Greetings and salutations. This is Pandora the Eclectic with my first movie review, Empire Records. Now, as you can see, it stars. I'm gonna go in order because I don't want to get these few wrong. Okay, we have Liv Tyler as Corey Mace. Wait, is that a boy or girl? I'm not really sure. Sorry, this is getting messed up so much. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, this is Liv Tyler. At the very front here. Of course, a girl named Gina. Johnny Whitworth and and oh, as Ethan Embry. Deborah, played by Robin Tunley. Okay. And back here you got Lucas, and played by a young by Roy Cochran. I don't know if anyone knows him per se. And then I guess that's it. Those are the there are other actors played by other actors in here. But as you can see, they're all in Empire Records Remix Special. The Fan Addiction. Anyways, basically, this movie is a coming of age film. Think Breakfast Club in a record store. More music, less, less more music, less books and library and such. Anyways, basically the plot of the story, as it says here on Wikipedia, Empire Records is a small independent record shop and it's headed by Joe, who was not on the cover here, Anthony LaPaglia. And no, I don't know where he's from, but yeah, anyways, the story is set in an unnamed city in Delaware, and like the employees, is an eclectic, unique. The staff is very much a self-created family, with Joe as the reluctant and practical specialist head but lovable father figure. And I'm gonna go through basically the archetypes and such of the two. Okay, we got Deborah right here on the end. She's kind of, well, the goth kid in the group. That kid who just, life sucks, alright? Deal with it. We got Luke, who, out of all the characters in this film, happens to be my favorite because, well, well, he just has a favorite scene I'm going to discuss. I already told you how I set this stuff up, so. Uh, Here we got Corey. Okay. She's basically an overachiever girl who, you know, later on we find out she's got a drug addiction or something. And we got here our Jonathan Whitworth. He's a boyfriend, I think, to Gina here, who's kind of, well, the slut character. Here, you always have to have a slut. And of course, right here in the back, the man of the hour. Or Las Vegas loser by the name of Lucas! And, well, that's basically where the story starts. Lucas is left in charge of the record store, of which basically what happens, I guess he finds like plans to, you know, change the store into a music town, and he shares like great dialogue, which this movie to me has the best dialogue of any teen film I've ever seen. And second to that of, you know, Breakfast Club, and but that's for another day. Okay. Why? In fact, I'll get you a line that I enjoyed. Okay. Basically, he's talking with Gina, and he does this. Yes. A responsibility like this requires the obedience of a saint. Okay. Now, maybe you have to watch the film to get the idea, but the reason why I like it is just how they zeroed in on his face and stuff. There's a lot of that, and I like the cinematography in this film too. So, but before my 10 minutes are up, I might be running a little over. This is the first review I get. But anyways, basically what he does, he goes to like what I think is Atlantic City or something, and he bets the money that was in the drawer, and he was only supposed to count twice, and that was it. And I guess it was his way of trying to save the record store or something from having to be sold, to turn into a music town. Didn't go so well. And he loses the money. So, all sorts of things happen. You know, we have Deborah with her, and this comes later in the film, her wanting to commit suicide and basically having to come out to her friends that, well, she was alone. She needed friends. Um, there was also another bit about, you know, drug abuse and stuff. I mean, let's put it this way. If you're not into dramatics that are actually realistic to the teen experience, then don't bother. We don't care. You may not like this film. But I enjoyed it because the other parts I really enjoyed, I would have to say, was Mark. A lot of parts of Mark being like this. I guess he got a hold of Stone Brownies and while he was watching a music video. And if you ever heard of Guar, that they used this in the video. I thought this was hilarious. Just for the fact of how he's getting into this video and being eaten alive like, by a monster that's supposed to be in it. Let's see. I also like the other scene with him. You know, let me do. I think I already have the song here. By the way, I'm using Spotify. Spotify rocks. Spotify. Yeah. Let me see if I can. Not that one. I hate this stupid thing. But anyways, I mean, might not be able to find it here, but I will say. But yeah, the film. Oh yeah, some things I didn't like about this film. Okay, well, there's a part where he's doing the mosh pit thing. I swear, mosh pits get funnier and funnier every year, and this one's hilarious. Just for how he just gets into it. Anyways, um, I have to say this one's kind of half and half situation of whether I like this boy or not. But there's a character by the name of Warren. It's not his real name, but he went under that name, I guess, out of, well, okay. Basically, it's the name of the kid who comes into the record store and tries to shoplift, like, all these different CDs. And Lucas is forced to go out and, well, catch him. So I thought that scene was funny. It was one of the best chase scenes I've seen in a long time. And it was hilarious. But whatever. But he dons himself Lucas. Now, I partway hated this character because what are you doing here? I know it's a record store and anyone can come in because they show that at the beginning of the film, like an old woman comes in before Lucas goes off to Atlantic City. I guess somehow he got entranced by her to go do that, but why? Why do we have a warrant? The reason why I think it's in there is because of Warren Beatty, who, by the way, if you didn't know this, he's an actor. But, yeah, this part, so, makes you cringe. Like, why are you here? Look, this character makes me cringe for that reason. Uh, of course, as you know, if you have not seen this film, there's a character by the name of Rex Manning, and he's played by Maxwell Caulfield, I think. Um, I don't know what films he was in. He looks like someone you would recognize, but I don't recognize him as right now. But basically, think of Gildy Lockhart if he took up a singing career. It's kind of an obnoxious dickwad, and I have to say, I don't know how old Corey was supposed to be in the film, or not even, yeah, Corey tries to seduce him with her body. Of course, for some reason, Rex didn't want her, which I don't know why anyone would want him. He's kind of a jerk, and whatever. Yeah. Let's see. Another thing I didn't like about this film, that would have to be Joe and Lucas's fight. When Joe finds out that Lucas took the money and then, yeah. Let's put it this way, I always love the twin effect in any film, and there's a lot of twin effect in this film, where the conflict is not necessarily with the, you know, one character by himself, like, other than maybe Deborah. Deborah has, well, it started by her boyfriend, Burko, but, nonetheless. Anyways, so, yeah, that's about it about this film. I would definitely say, after listening to the soundtrack, this is a pretty tight film. It's funny, and, well, as you can see, I own it, so, yes, love this film. Now, the next Saturday film, next, movie I'm gonna do is Hakas. You may not be able to see it. In fact, let me turn it around. Kick-Ass, starring Johnny Miller. He's so fine. Anyways, from Pandora the Eclectic to you, this is Closing at Midnight. Right? And hoping you subscribe anytime, except after midnight. Tell you to stay frosty.